Can you introduce yourself and tell us who you represent?
So, my name's Chelsea Rangel. I am a senior advocacy manager with the Alzheimer's Association. I have been fortunate to be in this role for a little over 5.5 years at this point, and I joined the association largely because I have a personal connection to the cause. I lost my grandmother a couple years ago, and when I joined, she was in the final stages of dementia. And I have a special place in my heart for the Valley. I'm from a very small town that's not in the Valley, but it's Freer. And so I wanted to help in any way possible to bring more resources to my community and to Texas at large. And so I joined the association, and I help support our volunteer advocates in sharing their stories to our elected officials so that we can bring this to the national stage, to the state stage, and it can remain a priority.
How common is Alzheimer's in Texas, and who else feels its impact?
This is one of those diseases, I always say it doesn't just affect the individual, it affects everyone in that orbit of that individual, the family, the caregivers, community members as well. And so we are seeing increased numbers. There's about 460,000 Texans that are currently living with Alzheimer's, and 1.1 million unpaid caregivers who provide $33.1 billion in unpaid care to care for their loved ones at home for as long as possible. This is a disease, we have some county level prevalence estimates as of 2 years ago. And if you look at this heat map that we have, especially along our border communities, you see that it is on fire with those prevalence estimates. And so we also know our Latino community is 1.5 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's. So this is a disease that is only going to continue to get worse unless we're doing something now to have an active role.
What is Proposition 14, and what would it do if passed?
Great question. So Proposition 14, which is on the November ballot, would create the largest state-funded dementia program in the nation. So Proposition 14 comes after the Texas legislative session this past year. There was a bill called DPRIT, or the Dementia Prevention and Research Institute of Texas, DPRIT for short. So that bill was passed with bipartisan support, signed into law, and essentially it is modeled after CPRIT, which Cancer Prevention Research Institute of Texas. But it would create the Dementia Prevention Research Institute of Texas, and this proposition would fund it at $3 billion. I always like to pause, billion with a B, $1 billion over the next 10 years, awarding $300 million annually over the next 10 years to reach that $3 billion mark. So this is an opportunity to bring research, the best and the brightest, to Texas, to our backyard, to be focused on prevention, the care side of this, treatment options, specifically here in Texas.
How would this measure affect Alzheimer's research in Texas?
Well, a lot of folks are really excited about this, especially our researchers. Right now, the way research works, we can't be pausing, we can't be slowing it down. We need to continue to build on that momentum. And this is an exciting opportunity. Currently, the Texas legislature allocates about $9 million in research funding, but that means you have to go back every 2 years to advocate for more. This is a 10-year outlook, right? So this is a little bit more long-term. So it's really exciting to think about people coming here knowing that there will be funds available for at least the next 10 years to continue moving their work forward.
What could this funding mean for Texans living with Alzheimer's?
This funding has the potential to change the pipeline that we have in Texas right now. When we think about people living with this disease, we often hear it takes 6, 8, 9 months to get a diagnosis, if that. I've heard some stories of folks calling around to get an appointment with a neurologist, and it's just not available. And so this has the potential to really change our healthcare system at large and really build on the infrastructure that we have available and make it better for families so that when they get a diagnosis, it's not come back in 6 months, right? But there's a care plan in place for them, and there's resources for them and their loved ones so that they have a little bit more agency over this diagnosis.
Where can we go to learn more?
So we're encouraging folks to vote yes on Proposition 14. Early voting has already begun, and it goes until Friday, October 31st, with Election Day on Tuesday, November 4th. If folks are looking for more information, we have an active campaign at the Alzheimer's Association, and you can visit alz.org/. yes on 14. And there's some resources available there as well for folks.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I really want constituents to think of this as a once in a generation opportunity to invest in our future. It gives families hope. We are building this specifically in Texas to bring the best and the brightest. So it's an opportunity that we need to take advantage of. And so again, please vote yes on Proposition 14.